Good morning, students. Today we are going to do English as I said earlier yesterday. Hope you have watched the video for yesterday. It was for science. Lesson 1 we had started and some basic overview of the pandemic which is going on. Right now, we shall start English today. So in English I want to show you how many books we have first of all. This is your English grammar textbook, that is Essentials of English Grammar and Composition by Sultan Chand, Standard 7. This is your गुजरात बोर्ड टेक्स्ट बुक, मतलब जो आप रेंट्री पहले यूज़ करते थे उसकी जगह पे गुजरात बोर्ड की टेक्स्ट बुक है. For this is for English prose you can say, or lessons textbook you can say, right? This is the Gujarat board textbook and this is the workbook. Now this will change in semester 1 and semester 2. ये दोनों अलग रहेगा, तो आपको semester 2 का ये अलग बुक लाना पड़ेगा. सेम वे वर्कबुक भी semester 2 का अलग रहेगा, तो वो भी आपको लाना पड़ेगा. दिस इज ऑल्सो semester 1, राइट? सॉरी, दिस इज semester 2 है मेरे पास, बट semester 1 and semester 2 is different. So that way textbooks are also different, right? So that you will have to purchase. अगर आपको अभी मिल रहा है तो आप परचेस करके रख सकते हो. फिर जब semester 2 स्टार्ट होगा we will start the book. Okay? Now today we shall start with some basic grammar, right? Now I have already taught you what are the parts of speech, what is a sentence. Let us go through the lessons here. Sentence, nouns, adjectives, articles, pronouns, verbs, right? Now we have already done this in standard 6th. We are just doing an overview of it. First of all, what are nouns? Nouns are the names of places, animals, things in the sentence, right? About which a talk is going on in the sentence. They are called nouns. Nouns can be of two types: pronouns, proper nouns, and common nouns, right? Proper nouns are those which are specifically used for naming someone. For example, Vadodara is a city. Then Vadodara is a proper noun because it is a specific name of a city. City is a common noun. Why? Because cities can be any. It can be Vadodara, it can be Delhi, any, right? So here in this textbook we have all the parts of speech first that we will be doing. We will be starting first with the sentence, right? Then nouns, then adjectives, articles, pronouns, verbs, then verbs expressing present. Now verbs, once you do, verbs indicate the tenses of your sentence, right? In what tense the action is being done. So verbs always depict the tenses. So that also we shall study. We will have to start with the lessons now because it has been a long time. Last year also you have studied online, so it is not new. So we shall start the grammar because otherwise it becomes very difficult at the end of the session to complete the syllabus. So we will be starting it now. So let us start with sentence. What is a sentence, right? This textbook, the Gujarat Board textbook, we will take it later words. First we shall start with the sentence, grammar, right? So lesson 1, the sentence. The sentence. Look at the following groups of words. Played evening last we a match hockey. अब इसका कुछ सेंस बनता है? नहीं, सारे वर्ड्स शफल करे गए, right? So a group of words which has complete meaning, which shows a complete meaning, is called a sentence. Did match team the win your? Did your team win the match? Right? This should be the proper order. It's a question, but it's not framed properly, so it doesn't make sense. These groups do not make any sense. Let us rewrite them as: number 1, we played a hockey match last evening. Number 2, did your team win the match? Now they make complete sense, right? Now it is making complete sense. Okay. Now a group of words that makes complete sense is called a sentence, right? So underline this line. This is the definition of sentence. Whatever points I make you underline, you will have to write it in your grammar notebook. You will have to prepare a separate notebook for grammar in which we will be doing grammar exercises and any other activities or any essays or any other subjective activities which I will give you, that you will be writing in your grammar notebook, right? And you will prepare a separate CW for this, or else workbook is there, in that you can write all the question answers which are being given here, right? Words I will make you underline in this, so that you can write it in your CW. Okay. Okay, now let us move on here. For science you will have to prepare only one CW. There is no workbook this year, as I explained yesterday. So we will be giving you questions, MCQs from the workbook. We will be sending you the photographs of that, जो MCQs हमको करवाने हैं या जो particular questions हमको करवाने हैं, उसका फ़ोटो हम आपको भेजेंगे, वो आपको लिखना है आपकी नोटबुक के अंदर ही. So for science you have only one notebook, one CW that you have to make, right? In that only you have to write everything. And another one is a journal which you have to purchase. वर्कबुक परचेज नहीं करना है, पर जर्नल लेना है जिसमें हम लोग एक्सपेरिमेंट्स करेंगे. टेक्स्ट बुक आपका है ही, राइट? सो यू विल बी राइटिंग ऑल द कंटेंट इन योर CW notebooks. Now let us study further. We must not forget 4 things about a sentence. There are 4 things about a sentence. क्या क्या है? A sentence makes complete sense. First of all, उसका complete meaning निकलना चाहिए. It begins with a capital letter. This is not starting with a capital letter, while this is starting with a capital letter. If it is a sentence, then it always starts with a capital letter. The words in a sentence must be in their proper order. Words proper order में होते हैं and complete sense करते हैं. A sentence ends with a full stop, a mark of interrogation or a mark of exclamation. It always ends in a full stop, a mark of interrogation. Interrogation मतलब question mark. और अ मार्क ऑफ एक्सक्लेमेशन. एक्सक्लेमेशन मतलब एक्सक्लेमेटरी मार्क, जो हम लोग स्ट्रॉन्ग फीलिंग्स एक्सप्रेस करने के लिए यूज़ करते हैं. ओके, नाउ लेट अस स्टडी व्हाट इज अ फ्रेज. अ फ्रेज, सम ग्रुप्स ऑफ वर्ड्स मेक सेंस बट नॉट कंप्लीट सेंस, राइट? कुछ ग्रुप ऑफ वर्ड्स होते हैं जो कंप्लीट सेंस नहीं करते, बट थोड़ा बहुत सेंस उसमें से निकलता है. दे आर कॉल्ड फ्रेजेस, राइट? फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अ फनी स्टोरी. स्टोरी फनी है, दिस इज उसका मीनिंग निकलता है बट नॉट कंप्लीट मीनिंग, अधूरा मीनिंग है. लास्ट इवनिंग, एट द बस स्टॉप, ऑफ नो यूज. अ ग्रुप ऑफ वर्ड्स दैट मेक्स सेंस बट नॉट कंप्लीट सेंस इज कॉल्ड अ फ्रेज. प्लीज अंडरलाइन दिस ऑल्सो. दिस इज द डेफिनेशन ऑफ अ फ्रेज. ओके, फर्दर, note that just any group of words cannot be described as a phrase. A phrase must have some sense. Played a hockey. Played a hockey is, उसका कोई मीनिंग निकलता है? No, it is not a phrase. A hockey match, now इसका मीनिंग निकलता है, so it's a phrase, right? When we can turn a phrase into a sentence by adding some words to it. My mother told me a funny story last evening. Stand in a queue at the bus stop. This book is very good but of no use to me. A sentence always has a verb in it, right? Very important. Verb is your action word, जो आपको action दिखाता है, right? The verb is the heart of the sentence. Verb is always there in a sentence and it is the heart of the sentence. It's very important. When you can call a group of words a sentence only if it has a verb in it, right? In each of the above sentences, the verb has been given in italics. अब ऊपर वाले इसमें verbs आपको italics में दिए. italics मतलब ये जो ऐसे cursive जैसे handwriting है वो. My mother told me. Told is a verb. A funny story last evening. Stand in a queue. Stand is a verb, so it is given in italics. This book is very good. Is the verb here, so it is given in italics. In each of the above sentences, the verb is given in italics. Okay. So now let us solve this exercise 1. Exercise 1, put a tick against the group of words which are sentences and a cross against those which are not. The students' awareness about dengue. What is that? It is not a complete sentence, so it is a cross. Then essays is of this better to the. Wrong. This is also not a proper sentence. This is the better of the two essays. So it is a correct sentence. It makes sense that any one of that is better. The whole furniture in the various rooms of our flat on the top floor. This is also not making complete sense, so it's wrong. Go makes complete sense. When you are telling someone, when we are instructing someone, you say go. So it does make complete sense. Being tired of waiting for the train, it doesn't make a complete sentence because there is no subject. Who is tired? It is not mentioned, right? We were tired of waiting for the train. Now here we is the subject and waiting is the verb. So this is a complete sentence. The colonies across the railway line doesn't make a complete sentence, right? Because there is no verb here. So it is cross. They have railway across houses line the very colonies the big. This is also not making complete sense, so it is also cross. The colonies across the railway line have very big houses. Now this is correct. This makes complete sense, right? What does it say? That the colonies across the railway line have very big houses. So that is correct. Okay. Now next one. Exercise 2. Make sentences using the following phrases. Now I will give this in homework. I am orally narrating the sentences for these phrases which you can use and write it down, right? Full of useful information. How you can use this phrase? These books are full of useful information. Number 2. Ups and downs of life. She faces the ups and downs of life very positively. In a hurry. Ravi is in a hurry, or Ravi was in a hurry. Head and ears. The children keep their head and ears closed to the teacher's instruction. You can say covered with mud. All the information and data is covered with mud. 2 hours late. She is 2 hours late to the destination, or we are 2 hours late to the destination. Advantages and disadvantages. Now you can say this solution can be advantageous or can have advantages as well as disadvantages. Can have advantages and disadvantages, both you can say. Then next one, an economic superpower. Russia is an economic superpower, or India will become an economic superpower. In a courteous manner, she spoke to us in a very courteous manner. Without courteous manner मतलब बहुत अच्छे से बात किया. Without any rhyme or reason. Without any rhyme or reason, the police caught him and put him behind the bars, right? मतलब विदाउट एनी रीज़न उसको पकड़ के पुलिस ने जेल में डाल दिया. दैट मीन्स ओके. नाउ पार्ट्स ऑफ अ सेंटेंस. अ सेंटेंस इज मेड अप ऑफ 2 पार्ट्स, सब्जेक्ट एंड प्रेडिकेट. सब्जेक्ट, दैट पार्ट ऑफ द सेंटेंस विच नेम्स व्हाट द सेंटेंस इज अबाउट, मतलब जिसके बारे में द सेंटेंस होता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड द सब्जेक्ट. प्रेडिकेट, द पार्ट ऑफ द सेंटेंस विच सेज समथिंग अबाउट द सब्जेक्ट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, all the players contributed to the victory of the team. Contributed to the victory of the team talks about all the players, right? So all the players is our subject and this is our predicate. Underline the definition of subject and predicate that you are supposed to write it in your notebooks. And this example also write it down so that you can realize what is a subject and a predicate. Then subject and predicate. The subject of a sentence usually comes first, but occasionally it may be placed after the predicate. For example, in the heart of the forest lived a saint. In the heart of the forest, right? Lived a saint. Lived a saint is the subject. A saint is the subject. And in the heart of the forest he lived. That is the predicate. The verb is an essential part of the predicate. In an imperative sentence, the subject is always you. Imperative sentence में subject नहीं दिखाते हैं, subject को name नहीं करते, but it is always you. मतलब आप खुद वो sentence में subject होते हो. For example, go बोला है तो go किसको बोला? तुमको बोला है, right? So that is the subject is implied, right? So that is you, but it is implied and not stated. मतलब वो बोला नहीं जाता है, sentence में बताया नहीं जाता है, but it is to be understood. For example, sit down. So you sit down. Number 2, open your books at page number 28. So you open your books. So subject is you, right? Okay. Now, from exercise 3, we shall continue next time. We stop here today. Today is the first day. We have completed up to this subject and predicate explanation. Exercise 3, we will do it next time.